In the last video, I showed you my office/studio, but the time was too short, so I now want to show you my cabinet. For the future videos, I just made a small demo cabinet over there, so I had to do some wiring in my main cabinet, so it's a good option to have all the covers off and show you. I have a Loxone mini server here as the central brain, and I needed another relay extension because the 8 relays on here were not enough for me, so I have multiple ones used here as well. Then I have the wireless extension here, and for every cabinet which is made out of metal, I always recommend to put the antenna with an external antenna out of the cabinet for better signal strength. Then I have the audio server. That's a brilliant product as well. Typically when you think of amplifiers, they are super huge and heavy, but this little thing here can power up to 4 speakers, passive ones, or also the new active speakers like I used here, but this will be a topic for another video. Then there is some 3D printed products, which are SD expanders, also for the mini server, because the SD card is typically in there, so it's super hard to reach. Then I have lots of terminal blocks, which I love. I have the power supply and backup, 40 amps, could be powered with a battery as well. And I have lots of RCDs and breakers here. I always recommend having a dedicated RCD and breaker just for the Loxone power supply, can be normal 24 volts as well. Then I have a 3-phase meter, a certified one here as well, to also know what the power consumption of my office was, to also have the electricity bill from me privately charged to the company. And you see everything is kind of industry style. I really like it because it's easy to fit cables in there, and this for the film area is super nice as well. But of course, here everything, lots of the cables have been the old ones. I just connected them, and the top one is a little mess as well. But maybe you can relate. Your own project is always the one at the very end because there's lots of customer stuff going on with the family. So let's see when I find the time to clean this a little up and maybe do some plasterboards from the bottom. But let's see. To me, it's not super important. What do you think?